Incredible story for you, and then I'll be done. Molly mentioned that last year, about 2 Februarys ago, and these dates are really important when you're listening to this story. About 2 Februarys ago, the Monarch way stations didn't exist. And I hope you folks know that milkweed is really important. If you don't have milkweed, the little caterpillars that turn into beautiful monarch butterflies have nothing to eat. It's the only thing they eat. When the milkweed is gone, the monarchs are gone. So we started a couple of Februarys ago and we planted milkweed in our way station. Seedlings. Now it's April, May. The milkweed started to grow. A female flew in, laid a few eggs. So by summer, the milkweed was taller, and several people saw these big, fat monarch caterpillars just chomping away on the milkweed, really big, getting ready to turn into their chrysalis. So then they would stay in their chrysalis for a week or two and turn into the monarch butterflies. So my wife and I took them home. So now we're almost in September, and those monarch butterflies hatched out of their chrysalises. Just two. Now remember, in February, the place didn't even exist. So we also tag monarchs, because some of you might know they migrate. They migrate hundreds and hundreds of miles, thousands of miles. So we put these little tags on the monarch butterflies, and I'm all emotional going, oh, they came from Coyote Trails Nature Center. Let's go back down there and release them down there. This is Arbor Day, right? Take a look at that cedar tree that you see way over there, that tall one. We were over in the pollinator garden down below that, and we released one of these monarch butterflies with a tag on it. It was a male, big, healthy male. His colors just popped when he hatched. And he wouldn't bleed for a while, and then all of a sudden, like my grandson here, Sean, he just took off. I don't know where he's going, but don't pay attention to the little kid behind the curtain. So this monarch flew all the way to the top, stayed there a few hours, and then took off. And here's where it gets amazing. That was in September. Folks, on New Year's Day, the head researcher at Washington State University was down in Bolinas, California, 330 miles away. And our tag butterfly, who is called Mr. A2045, that was his tag, was found. He was found in a cluster of 10,000 monarch butterflies hanging out in those eucalyptus trees where they just almost break the branches. And they found him, posted him on the website. We learned about how things are migrating, and that should be the end of my story. But guess what else? 5 weeks later, the same man went back down to the same place, and Mr. A245 was still there. And that's amazing, because in February, that's when they're starting to wake up again and think about coming back and migrating back up. So if you're following the time frame, when we put in our way station here, that same year, less than a year later, not only did we have the milkweed, the caterpillars, the monarchs, we also learned about how one of the 2 monarch caterpillars from this site that you all are participating in made it all the way 330 miles away to continue the incredible migration of the monarch butterfly. And his offspring, I know it, they're going to show back up here this year. So you come on back down and you look for them. And if anybody's interested and learn a little bit more about how to put a way station up in your own property so we can continue this, come on over to our booth. And I think that's about all I have for that story. Thank you, Robert.